Hey everybody, this is Dracula. It looks like I got a good connection the first time right off the bat. Nobody's here yet, I can see that, but I am live, so that usually prompts some people to come in and check it out. If you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you subscribe and click the bell so that when I do another one of these, or when I get on tonight and stream Defiance, or I'm going to be checking out some titles by this company out of Poland, game development company called Fat Dog Games. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but I'm going to be looking at some of their titles, and I'm going to be probably streaming, maybe uploading some of those titles on Steam. But at any rate, I see some of you guys popping in and popping back out, so I guess you don't like my freaking face! Anyway, this game is called Guess What I'm Thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a prompt. It's going to be a clue. It's going to be a hint, and you're going to have to guess what it is. So as soon as I get a few players in here, as soon as you guys say, "Hey, I'm ready. Tell me what to think." I mean, tell me what to guess what you're thinking, and then I will. For example, I'll do this one. This one's pretty easy to start with. Okay. What is my favorite football team? And you just put up there, what am I thinking? Hey, Mark Fedare, so you guys, you just make the guess, and it's because I'm thinking of my favorite football team right now, and you're gonna guess what it is, and it's gonna pop right up there, and I'm gonna tell you whether or not you got it right. And this is an NFL team. That's a hint, and it's my favorite NFL football team. All right, so guess. Just punch it in there on the live stream chat. I don't have slow mode activated because I'm on my cell phone live stream. You know what I should do? And I forgot. I always forget about this because I know you guys have difficulty hearing me. Because I mean, some of you like need assistance. No, I'm just kidding. This sounds so much better. If I just put this, it was a $20 set of headphones with a microphone on. Mark Fedari, you got it. I don't know how you guessed it so quickly, but yes, I was thinking of the Miami Dolphins NFL football team there. You wanna give us there? Can you hear me better now? Okay, so how'd you guess so quickly what my favorite NFL football team is? I'm just wondering. Because it's like you were psychic or something. Mark Fedare guessed Miami Dolphins when I asked, what is my favorite NFL football team? I'm thinking, okay, I'm sorry, the game is called What Am I Think? The hat? What hat? Oh! It's a new hat. I forgot I was wearing this. No, actually, that was a freebie. I wanted to show you guys how the game works. So this is how the game worked. I said, I'm thinking of an NFL football team. It's my favorite NFL football team. And you got to guess what it is. And then Mark Fedare said the Dolphins. So that works. He could have said Miami. That would have been an acceptable answer. He could have said the Miami Dolphins. Any of those would have been acceptable. He said Dolphins, and now I'm not going to be able to keep track of the points, so the points don't really mean anything, but he just got 500,000 points for guessing what my favorite football team is. So I don't have my sound effects on the phone here, but I do later on tonight when I stream Defiance. I have my sound effects. And what is today? Oh, I also Friday. On Friday, I'm going to be streaming Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PlayStation 2. This is the what is it? 2003, I think the release date. Not the new one that's coming out that everybody's going crazy about. But I heard. Now we have a GameSpy clone that we've been using to get PlayStation 2 online to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it's been working. It's been working great. The DNAS and all that stuff. But I heard that Disney has reactivated online support for PlayStation 2 for titles like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and other LucasArts games. That's something I heard. So I went on Steam, and people were saying, "Oh, it's not working," and other people were saying it's great. So for now, we're going to continue using our GameSpy clone, and that you want to look at my video titled how to play Star Wars Battlefront 2 online, and it shows you how to set up your PS2 to do that. All right, next question. So if you're tuning in just now, just to review, the first question was, and Mark Fedare got it correct, the first question was, I'm thinking of an NFL football team. The hint was, it's my favorite NFL football team, and he guessed the Miami Dolphins, and he got 500,000 points for that. And that question gives you more points than any of the rest of the questions combined, so you're best to come in second place at this point. So, but hats off to Mark Fedare, because he's basically won the game already. But the rest of you are battling for second place, and the second question is, I'm thinking of a number between 6 and 8. What is it? And here's the hint. It's not green. Okay. It's a number between 6 and 8, but it's not green. What number is it? So just type your guesses as to what number I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a number between 6 and 8, and it's not green. 3? 3 is like the greenest number I've ever heard. Come on, man. You can do better than that. 3 even rhymes sort of with green. You got the same vowel sound in the E. Come on now. You got the one hint I gave you was that the number is not green, and you're going to say 3. All right. I'm thinking of a number between 6 and 8, and it's not green, and it's obviously not 3, so nobody gets 3 again, because that's definitely a green number. Okay. Thinking of a number between 6 and 8, and it's not green, and it's not 3. Slow mode's not on. You can guess as many times as you want. A number between 6 and 8. 5? No, I mean, on any given day that could have been right, but it's just not today. Today's not a 5-ish kind of day. All right, so a number between 6 and 8. It's not green, it's not 3, and it's not 5. What number is it? While you guys are thinking about that, did anybody catch yesterday's episode of On the Road with Dracula and Tony Spermicelli? Tony's not with us today. He is going to Marathon Key to do a job with my father. He's a friend of mine from high school, and my father and I are in business together basically, and we hire him to do work with us like 4 days a week. And he's pretty knowledgeable, and he's pretty good with a screwdriver. He'll stab you right in the eye. But if you missed yesterday's episode of On the Road with Dracula and Tony Spermicelli, it was pretty good. I thought it was a good one. It was better than the first one we did. Tony is letting us in on his Hollywood career, and as a writer, a director, a producer in Hollywood, Florida. And we go through that for a little bit. Again, in case you missed the question, the second question is, I'm thinking of a number between 6 and 8, and it is not green, it's not 5, and it's not 3. So that question might be a little bit hard, so I'm probably going to move on to the next one. All right. Okay, so if anybody wants to take a guess at the second question, I mean, you're free to go back and do so. Just remind me. Just ask me again. What was the second question, so we can go back and do it. All right. The question. The third question is, how fast am I going? So I'm thinking of another number. Basically, it's on my speedometer right now. How fast am I going? Go. You guys could see that I'm driving, right? So I'm looking at the speedometer and I'm thinking of the number that I see. So the question is, I'm thinking of a number. It's how fast I'm going. How fast am I going? It's actually not on my speedometer. Because, all right, like I'm speeding up and slowing down. No, it's not 55. I'm actually stuck in traffic right now. So I'm speeding up and slowing down, so my speedometer would pretty much be useless for this for this question. So I looked. All right. Basically, I thought of a number that that would be plausible that I would be going at this speed. All right. And that's the number I'm thinking of. How fast am I going? So I just want to clear the air with you guys. It is a number, and I'm thinking of it, and you got to guess what it is. And the number is how fast I'm going, and it's not 7.5. And it's not 55. That was a guess already. So you got to guess how fast. You got to guess how fast I'm going. I'm gonna let a certain amount of time go by before I give you guys the answer, but we've only gotten one guess so far. So, and did anybody catch the Star Wars Battlefront 2 stream the other night? I was going on to stream Defiance, and then I couldn't get on Defiance. They were doing a restart or something, so I sat there for like, I don't know, 15 minutes trying to get on Defiance, and I said, forget it, we'll just do Star Wars Battlefront 2. This Friday we're doing Battlefront 2 again. It's game night. There's going to be a lot of players on. You guys got to watch that. This Friday, around the usual time that I stream Defiance, I'm going to be streaming Star Wars Battlefront 2. So you guys are going to want to keep an eye out for that. Question number 3, everybody. How fast am I going? Does anybody want to take a guess as to what number I was thinking in the second question? It was a number between 6 and 8. It was not green. 120. You're getting closer. You said 55 the first time, and then now you're saying 120. I'm assuming miles per hour. But your second guess was closer than the first. So I'm going to give you that much. You're getting closer to the actual number. So, or were you guessing the number between 6 and 8? Because that's way off. That's definitely a green number, 120. All right, so I'm going to give you the answer to the second question now, since nobody seemed to be able to guess it. The number between 6 and 8 was 7.5. 7.5 is not green, it's not 5, and it's not 3. It's between 6 and 8, and it's the number that I was thinking of. So, everybody missed that one. Maybe you can guess how fast I'm going. So question number 3 is how fast I'm going. So far, the only person who's come up with a correct answer was Fedare, and he guessed that my favorite NFL football team is the Miami Dolphins. So, the third question was, how fast am I going? We the first guest, Cleveland, yeah, guessed. Okay, 170. You're getting closer. You're getting with every guess, you're getting closer to the actual speed that I'm going. So, we know it's above 170. So, how fast am I going? 170 was the last last answer, which was wrong, but it was closer than 120 and 55. So while you guys are pondering that, I'd like to let you know. I'd let you in on a secret. I guess I'll let you know how my health is going. I'm feeling much better now. My family and I went to Disney, and I spent 3 days walking. 180. We're getting closer. Jeanette Cleveland, you're getting closer with every guess. This is amazing. You're honing in on it. You're getting so much closer. You haven't gone over it yet. So you're definitely getting closer. This is good. We're moving in the right direction. Since I spent those 3 days walking everywhere, because when you go to Disney, you walk to a bus stop, you get the bus, and then you walk over here, you walk over there. They don't put you in trams and drive you around the place. And I refuse to get one of those electric scooters that I see people, riding around on, because I'm not that old yet. So, but walking around everywhere, I came out of Disney feeling like a lot better. So, I have a pretty good idea that the problems with my health is that I'm just friggin' out of shape. I'm driving this van around every day. It takes me 2 hours to get up to Palm Beach in traffic, and then if I'm driving in traffic on the way home, I spend at least 4 hours driving every day. And then there's the work I do between. When I get home, there's no time to go walking to 7-Eleven for Slurpees. Why is this guy going 35 miles an hour and leaving a big giant gap? I gotta go around this guy. I don't know what he's trying to. He's a protester. That's how people protest in Miami. They just get in the left lane and they drive really slowly. I don't know what he's protesting. He's protesting 40 miles an hour. That's what he's protesting. All right, remember I told you that the number, it's not the actual speed I'm going, but the answer to the question is a number, and the number is how fast I'm going. So, last guess was 180, which was closer than 170. So, question number 3 is how fast am I going? Question number 1 was what is my favorite NFL team? And the guess was Miami Dolphins. That was correct. That was worth 500,000 points. Question number 2 was a number between 6 and 8, which was 7.5, which was not green. It was not 3 and it was not 5. But that nobody guessed that. I had to give you guys the answer. Hopefully, you guys can guess how fast I'm going. All right, I'm through the traffic. So, moving right along here. All right, so I'll give you guys some more time to think about question number 3. And I'll go ahead and move on to question number 4 before I give you the answer to question number 3. Question number 4 was, okay, I'm thinking of a group of objects. They're made out of metal. They're metallic objects. Somewhere in the solar system. But they are closer to Earth than the moon. All right, those are your hints. Somewhere in the solar system, there's a group of metallic objects, and the area, you got to guess what those objects are. What are those metallic objects? And the hint is somewhere in the solar system, and then I'm going to narrow it down to they are closer to the Earth than the moon. All right, the Earth's moon is like, a certain distance from the Earth. This group of metallic objects are closer than that. So they're in the solar system because they're close to the Earth. They're closer than the moon. It's a group of metallic objects. What are they? What group of metallic objects am I thinking of? I'm saying metallic objects because they're made of metal. It's some kind of metal that they're made out of. They're not made out of rock or wood, obviously. They're not made of rubber, although there may be some rubber parts on some of them. But they're made almost entirely out of metal. And they are somewhere in the solar system, closer than the moon is to the Earth. So they're closer to the Earth than the moon. That's where they are. They're metallic objects. Go! How come nobody's guessing? I know you guys are watching. I've been doing this for 20 minutes and I've only gotten one. Oh, now I got a bad connection. 195. You're getting closer with every guess. Jeanette Cleveland, 195. You're the only one guessing, so I'm going to have to give you, I'm gonna have to just give you the question. I'm going to have to say you got it right because you guessed, your guess came closest without going over. So 195. You came the closest without going over, so that is worth 2 points. So you're running a close second to, I forgot who it was that answered the first question now, all of a sudden. But you can run the stream back and look. He has 500,000 points. You have 2. Jeanette Cleveland has 2 points, so she's running a close second. So the answer is how fast I'm going. I'm orbiting the sun at 90 miles per second. That's how fast I'm going. And funny thing, that's how fast you're going too. That's how fast we're going around this, 90 miles per second. All right, so at least according to Monty Python, we're orbiting at 90 miles a second. So, all right, so the last question. There's a group of metallic objects somewhere in the solar system closer to the Earth than the moon. So like the moon's here, here's the Earth, they're somewhere within, somewhere, they're not necessarily between the Earth and the moon, but if you measure the distance from the Earth to these metallic objects, it's going to be a shorter distance than from the Earth to the moon. So you got to guess what these metallic objects are. What could there possibly be? What group of metallic objects could there be in the solar system that are closer to the Earth than the moon? And I'm not talking about the core of a planet. These are man-made objects. All right, that's another hint. They're man-made objects. They're made mostly out of metal, and they're somewhere in the solar system. And the distance between the Earth and these objects is shorter than the distance between the Earth and the moon. So they're closer to the Earth than the moon is. They're made out of metal. They're man-made objects. What are they? People just all of a sudden slowing down for no reason. Let's see if I can get around this turkey. Oh, I know what it is. It starts to rain. They turn on the windshield wipers. They haven't replaced their windshield wipers in 5 years, so it's big mess on the windshield and they can't see. So the first thing they do is slam on the brakes as hard as they can in front of a big truck. I'm not in the big truck, but there's a big truck back there and they slammed on the brakes and they are in front. All right, so group of objects in the solar system, man-made objects. They're closer to the Earth than the moon is to the Earth. What are they? You guys aren't very good at this game. You're not even guessing. I mean, Jeanette Cleveland was at least throwing out a guess there, as to how fast I was going. That's why she got 2 points, because she was at least, trying. She was at least trying to guess how fast I was going. All right, so I'm thinking of a group of objects that are made out of metal. They're man-made objects in the solar system that are closer to the Earth than the moon. What are they? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? It's not that hard. I mean, try to think of something that's made out of metal, a man-made object that's made out of metal, that's closer to the Earth than the moon. I just type it there. I think it's a thingamabob. Now I'm getting a bad connection. Before you lose me. Guess? I don't know isn't a guess. About 25 minutes I've been stringing you guys along. Alright, the group of man-made objects. They're made out of metal. They're closer to the Earth than the moon. It's my keys. My keys are man-made objects. They're made out of metal and they're closer to the Earth than the moon, and they are technically in the solar system. They're about, I don't know. All right, so Jeanette Cleveland came in second, a very close second with 2 points. A very close second to, I forget. Let me see if I can scroll back. Mark Fadare came in first with 500,000 points for guessing the Miami Dolphins were my favorite football team. Jeanette Cleveland got 2 points for coming the closest to how fast I was going without going over. She got 2 points, so she came in a close second with 2 points. Nobody else guessed. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but anyway, maybe I'll do this again. Maybe I won't. If you like this show, make sure you put in the comments, hey, I like this show. You should do it again. Only next time, do it when I can watch, so I can guess about your keys, or your favorite football team, or what number you're thinking, or how fast you're going. All right, so I will see you guys next time.